What's going on, you guys? Back with another episode of the Smooth Way Podcast. I'm your host, Destin Parker, and I always get the co-host, Kendall Allen. What's good with you, Kendall?
People, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, people? My people, I don't know if y'all wrestling fans like I am. I know Rob Christie. Shout out to my dog, Rob Christie. He's a big wrestling fan, and I don't know if y'all watch AEW, but I do. Some of y'all WWE people who are haters don't, recognize AEW's flying through the roof in popularity, but that's okay. But my girl, the new women's champion, Britt Baker, DMD, yeah, she's awesome, dog. Talking about character, play her character right, and they got the moves, man. Hey, AEW for I'm calling out to all my 90 babies who was wrestling fans back in the day, cause y'all know y'all used to love it. We know Dusty was probably in the room with his brother trying to pile drive a man,
Oh
but
yeah, like I said, I told my
yeah,
story on one of the podcasts. Me and my
oh yeah,
homeboy, we got trouble for out doing like the walls of Jericho, and he doing the cripple
hey,
crossface.
listen,
Oh, we did it on one person, and nigga, we got so
oh,
much
hey,
trouble.
bro, hey,
I
listen,
hit both
but
of them. Well,
hey, that's what I'm saying. So if you want that liveliness again, y'all go check out AEW. That's hey, that's my welcome plug. So
welcome, blood.
because I'm trying to get the numbers up too, because I want them to overtake WWE, because WWE is
Ah,
trash.
ah. Well, speaking of your boy Rob, Rob owed me an interview because I told him I wanted him to come on here and talk about his music. So you need, I don't know who I need
Hey,
to talk to. Is that
oh
Kendall
no,
or that
thank you.
him?
Hey Rob, if you're watching this, we coming for you, dog.
Yeah, I told him, hey man, I mean, he was on
Yeah.
vacation at the time. He said
Oh,
he'll
okay.
get back
Oh,
with me,
hey,
but I said, hey
yeah,
man, come on, talk about your music, man.
yeah. Let's get him on
So
here.
he
We can
owed me
get him
that.
definitely.
But we back in another episode. This when I post this will probably be like a double header because I still got one in the chamber for the other one. It just be hard out here, guys. Life be hitting you. Barely got time to do anything.
Yeah,
Got a
hey,
kid,
listen,
work out.
real. We got real life,
Real
real
life.
life. All we
Like I
do
said,
is
until I get this money or somehow, and I can be just a all day content creator. I just I find time when I find it for
hey,
real, for
listen.
real.
Once our watchers make us famous, and then we could just
We just oh yeah,
we
we
can
sit
just do
back,
twenty four
just
seven.
cranking out
Hey,
episodes. We'd
hey,
be a
listen.
better
We could
version of
do
Joe Button.
hey, oh, oh.
We'd be better version than Joe Button. You know,
Ooh, first of all, none of us be trying to
because
on
we
live
respect each
air,
other. Yeah,
just
we,
trying to
we we men out
hey,
here and we
yeah.
discuss things. We
Ooh,
we don't we don't
man.
we don't cook the books and not share the food. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But
hey,
whatever.
man. Hey. Oof. I was expecting that. That was intense. Hey, I was like, oh, this man said, Joe, ooh, man, do
But
I need to have a
yeah. But first thing on the docket, you know, what is this? We're actually about to go into June, so we would say 6 months in to the Joe Biden's,
Sleepy Joe?
Sleepy Joe and his
Hey,
presidency. I can't even say that. That
hey,
didn't come out good at all.
hey.
But he's been president for like 6 months. And
Not
Kendall,
too
over
shabby.
forward with you. How has the first 6 months of Mr. Joe Biden being president been for you?
Man, it's been mighty quiet on the news, bro.
Ain't nothing going on. Ain't
Ain't nothing
nobody.
going on. Nobody's, randomly tweeting, stuff and, saying stuff. Joe just gotta, I mean, I think he goes home on the weekends too. So Joe, like us, bro, he working that nine to
Hey,
five.
Joe, get it Friday.
Hey,
Hey, Joe be out there leisure suit out. Hey,
hey,
man, with a
listen,
helicopter, time to fly on up out of here.
yeah, taking pictures and stuff, looking like everybody granddad that we love, So it's interesting, It's nice for politics to be just normal, man, because the people in the news though they hungry for
A news story.
Mr. President. He did this like when his dog. I guess
Uh-huh.
his dog had bit somebody. He got rescue dogs, so
Yeah.
there was former. I want to say there was former police type dogs. They did stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
sometimes they they're at the White House, bro. You got people like hundreds of people coming in every day. He nibbled on somebody's leg, and they try to make that news. It's bad when you reach down to make that news, but I
Yeah.
don't know. But he's trying to pass some things. He's trying to do stuff to help. I mean, we'll see. If people know me, politicians, especially people like Joe and his long reign. I got something for them because they should have been retired like 30 years ago. But it's just regular politics. Nobody doing anything. They pass our stimmy checks, and that's the only thing with politics, bro. Things unfortunately have not changed in the last what
Yeah.
12, 15 years, bro. It's all the same. You got your president. and then you got two parties who don't do anything. It's just it, it's back to regular business. Last 4 years was interesting business, to say the least. But how did you feel? About his first 100,
Like you said, I'm like you. It's been quiet. Nobody, nobody in the news tweeting out some shit. And just on random, just attacking of random celebrities by another person who's technically just a celebrity, just holding down the office. Um, I will say if he does pass this marijuana bill in Alabama, we go get some money. Like I don't smoke, I can't partake because my job won't allow me to, but I know my state, and we don't have the lotto here, so we can't gamble
Y'all
in
got the
Alabama.
wait. Y'all got the
No,
what?
you gotta go to the Tennessee state line, bro. You gotta go to see the Tennessee state line and get any type of scratch offs. Ain't no lottery here. We already don't have no type of professional sports team. We got
I mean,
minor,
yeah.
but
What
we
y'all talking about? Y'all got Roll Tide.
nigga, that goes to the NCAA.
Hey, Roll Tide.
They ain't generating no money for the state. They
Well,
generate
shoot, they
state.
generated money for somebody, but
Yeah, Nick Saban and the rest of the
hey,
Alabama folks and them investors
hey,
and the NCAA, they ain't
hey,
getting
somebody
So
making something.
we have no professional team, so we need
Mm.
something. So they pass it, and people can start growing. Like people, Alabama, we can get some real money, guys, if y'all just allow some things in here. Like
Well, Mississippi, they tried the people passed the medical and they passed like a health like Medicare expansion, but because of a technicality in their law,
okay,
that you're supposed to have 5 congressional districts for your amendments on your ballots, which you signed to go through.
okay,
So
okay.
because they don't have a lot of people because they lost people, they only got 4 now. So since the language in their constitution says 5, anything they do until they get a 5th district again is null and void.
So they can't pass that. They just kind
Nope.
of gonna be it's a limbo
I
right now.
think medical marijuana was like 73% people voted for it, and like the healthcare was like 60%. Or
And
I could have them switched, but a majority of people voted for that, and yet because of a technicality, they're
it
like, nah,
it's
we
like
don't want that.
it's like one of those things. Once again, guys, I get it. South with a Bible Belt. Get over it. First of all, when y'all say that, that's just scapegoat stuff because in reality, people are gonna still do the same thing regardless if you make it legal or not. So they're gonna find it, they gonna smoke it. The people who can't function on it are not gonna function on it. People who do function on it are gonna function on it. It's just like alcohol. People who drink alcohol are either
Mm.
alcoholics or you're functioning alcoholics or you know how to manage your alcohol. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
it's really just all
Pick
that's
your
the only
poison,
people in
bro.
the world. That's the only people in the world. People who can manage, who can't manage, and then it's like the people who just like I got the sweet spot, like Jesus.
Hey,
But yeah, we as Alabama, we got like
y'all
dude, like I
trying.
told
Y'all trying.
we hope. We did we had that little weird scratch with the whole abortion law thing. Y'all Negroes was wild. But
Hey.
yeah, man. Besides that though, I mean, I ain't nothing switched either. I mean, it
It's
just been
like
quiet, which I like,
it is. It's like having grandpa in the.
Yeah.
Because even with Barack, he was always on TV too though.
Yeah, I mean, and he was
He
going to
was
be on TV.
always
Yeah, remember,
yeah.
in a way, no. I mean, regardless that he didn't do everything that he wanted to do, or he didn't provide everything that he set out to do,
Yeah.
it was no way that it's going to be a quiet White House with a black man sitting there
Yeah,
joking.
that's true. That's true. That thing was
There was
popping.
no
Yeah,
way.
it was.
I don't care if you liked him, didn't like him, or nothing. It was no way it's going to be a quiet. No, bro. Then he asked for stress on, now he came out smoking on menthol cigarettes. Talk about you guys got me like. He came out fucking hair turning gray. Hey,
And the hair turning gray had me weak. That man was like, that man came in
hey,
fresh black.
that
Came
man was
out
strong.
yeah.
He was lit that. He said, "Man, y'all got me out stressing."
Hey, listen.
But yeah, Joe. I mean, he just got it quiet in the White House. I know the news channels. Well, they're not really bored because I think I recently saw. I think this past week we had another mass shooting. Um,
Bro, that just happened, brother. That's just, bro. We talked about this 2 years ago, bro. This ain't going away. We could probably take the same podcast we did and slip it in now, and
it'd be the
it
same.
will
Yeah, it
fit. It
wouldn't.
will fit for
Yeah,
2021, bro.
yeah, because it's. I didn't go look at the story. I just saw it on the little ticker. Talk about we had another mass shooting happen. It's like it's got to a point now. It's not that it's of normalcy. Like it's not normal for that to happen, but it's like Why does this keep happening?
And we know something's crazy because last year we all was locked in the house, and guess what happened?
No mass
We got
shootings.
no mass
Nothing.
shootings. So you let people out the house, and they go. Speaking of letting people out the house going crazy, have you
Yeah.
noticed the NBA stuff?
Yes, we can. If you want to get into that, we can switch off.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
know, just yeah, we could just go
so
into.
over the last, let's say, week. Now it's happened before the past season, but we kind of got like a break once again. The pandemic happened, so
Yeah, the pandemic
no
happened.
fans were in the
Yeah,
stands
that's
anyway,
true.
right? So in these play, but it didn't happen to get into the playoffs. So we're in the playoffs because I guess they're getting more capacity there. Because by this fall, or I think by next coming year, we should
It'll
be
be
back at
full. Yeah,
full.
let's say
We should be
about
back at full.
back and full, something like that.
But we've had a string of different games where a fan has done something to a player. You had
That's
the
true.
Russell
Every,
Westbrook
it's
leaving.
been ever since Friday. Today's Monday. We're recording Monday, so that
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, today as Monday.
So that's
It's
4 straight days.
4 straight days of somebody
Yeah.
doing something.
So you had the Russell Westbrook incident after he was leaving the court after rolling his ankle. You had a fan pour popcorn on his head, in which it took about 7 guys to keep Russell getting him to saying he don't whoop my man's ass.
That man was just like, oops.
You had one of the most disrespectful things. You had Trey Young at the New York Knicks MSG
Oh,
Stadium. A fan spits on him while he's inbounding the ball. That's ultimate disrespect. That's childish. You should got your ass whooped for that.
that's assault. That's assault.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
say that.
assault.
That's spitting.
Was it one before Kyrie? Who else? Was it just
No,
Kyrie?
that Kyrie was next. Yeah,
The Kyrie. So Kyrie, as they were
that was
exiting,
yesterday. Yeah, Sunday.
as they were exiting the Boston Garden. I think that's what. No, I think there's something else now. I don't think there's
No,
Boston
no.
Garden.
Well, it was in Boston.
Were they not playing ball? They're playing in. Are they playing in Brooklyn?
No, they was in Boston.
Okay, I don't remember what they
Yeah.
call that stadium. I think they changed it. It's not no longer that. But
Oh yeah.
as they were exiting, a fan threw a bottle. Now it missed him, but I think Tyler Johnson, the other basketball player, he knows it. Hey, he's ready.
He
Hey,
saw it coming. He
yeah,
was
he
like,
saw it
hey.
coming. So, and that fan got arrested. The other fans that they did their thing, they got banned. And the question is, what should the NBA do? I'm a proponent of let that brother loose. If you do something to me, and you feel that my thing is you felt safe enough to throw an object or spill something on, or even spit on me, you should feel the repercussions. I mean, that's just like the thing. If you out on the street and you spit on me, throw an object on me, or spill popcorn on my just unwilling on my face,
Mm-hmm.
I am within my rights to hit you back.
Yeah, you are.
But Kendall, what do you think? What's your thoughts on?
See now, like as again, as I talked about earlier, I'm a wrestling fan, so like the heel, like back in the day, they used to throw trash in the ring, and, just soak it in because you're a hated, in the character that you're playing.
But that's part of the atmosphere that is at
but
that time.
but see, the atmosphere back in the day, the atmosphere was kind of raucous anyway. Cause
Yeah.
they used to pull them out of wrestling shows too. But the spitting though, and something happened with John Morant too. They were talking about
Because that's what it was. They
talking
were
about his family and stuff. It's like
because it's one thing to talk trash to the family, but once you start calling the mom
Yeah.
a B and F you and all that stuff,
Making
you've
lewd
crossed a different
comments.
line.
Yeah.
You've crossed into now a more threatening line. Not to say that you would say you were threatening to kill them or something, but you now made it a threat into which the husband must now go on guard and
Yeah.
possibly have to attack someone for disrespecting their wife.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
When you're just there to watch a basketball game,
Yeah.
and these are human beings. These are, I mean,
People forget that.
yeah.
Because
Honestly, I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. Like, now I know the malice in the palace is wrong and stuff, but like,
nah, you don't throw no
without
cup.
stuff like that, like without, if they took away the security and something like that's happened, fans wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's the reason why that
They
and
wouldn't.
because this was going to happen for the fans, like because it's just like I use a sports analogy. When in football, guys, if I had a teammate who one teammate messed up on something, somehow we all messed up. So we're all chopping them up or running, or it was because it was one player. We're all one team, so there's no separation. So what's going to happen is if I was commissioner, I'll start off okay. As y'all keep escalating this, I'm going to now punish y'all. There'll be no more floor seats. I'm gonna clear out at least the first like 3 or 4 rows.
kind of like do up, or they can do it like hockey, just put glass up.
Yeah,
But then y'all feel like animals, wouldn't you? Because
Yeah,
they got the class. So, well, you can't keep your
and
hands, your
part of
feet.
yeah.
Like they said on the roller coaster, please keep your hand, feet, and drink inside the roller coaster at all times. And you don't need to have a drink on a roller coaster. But y'all can't keep none of those things to yourself because y'all,
Hmm.
I don't know if it was y'all being locked. Listen, even if you were locked up in the house, does that don't give you the well, especially people in my state, because we weren't. I mean, I'll be frank, we weren't locked up. I mean, everybody was. I mean, we masked up, but everybody was still out here doing their thing. So,
Yeah.
if anybody in these Florida cities are doing some stupid stuff, well, we need to talk to you because we know you got some outside air. So you can't claim that. You can't claim that if you're from Florida, but maybe from New York, you might have been locked up, and you might got some pent up energy. But still, though, that's to spin on somebody, bro. That's just some.
And
That's just I don't like. Like I can see you throw a popcorn or throwing water or something,
yeah.
but the spit, like saliva from your mouth, that's just
And then it goes back to like who raised y'all? Like when I go to a sporting event, that's the few that I've been throughout my life, Kendall. Even I don't. I guess I always try to think back, like why do I not have that same type of mentality? Like, but I guess I like with the sports I do watch, like that I will go to like a basketball, football,
mm-hmm.
right? And I guess as I'm such a, let's say the weird term, a purist of the sport, and I love the sport so much. Even though I want my team to win, I can respect the other side of them doing that good play because the X's and O's of it all. But I never had a moment where I felt like I was like I needed to throw an object because fan is short for fanatic, but I guess I'm just not a fanatic. Maybe I'm just not a like maybe I'm just not
But
correct.
do you have to be so for you have to, so you can't separate being a fanatic with doing something you ain't supposed to be doing? Because I'm a fanatic
That's
with a lot of things, but that's like me getting so hyped that I'm like, if something happens, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw this at. I'm like, no, bro.
those type of people. Those people that you see in real life where they just can't like they can't lose. Like
Mm-hmm.
will that be like a regular game, like a card game or something like that? They get too intense for a game because you lose sight of it. It's
Yeah.
always somehow it's more than just a game for them. And so those type of people, the fans, those people, the teams that y'all see, they have those crazy fans who just do out of the world things
Mm-hmm.
that give people a bad name. Those are the people we're talking about. That's in every like, hey, Oakland fans, you got LSU fans, we got Bama, like everybody's
But
team,
see,
even my team, Texas, all the teams had these grade of fans who do things.
I ain't heard nobody get spit on in Dallas though.
Yeah, but not spit on, but that don't say I can't. I'm not gonna let them skate by like they probably haven't done something. It's some things just don't get everything don't get televised. I'm pretty sure it's more than just a select team.
That's
I
true.
would because because I'm just like because people take things too serious, Kendall, man. People take these sports too serious, man. And then like they said, like Skip and Shannon, like I guess they feel like since they paid this amount of money, because you send floor seats, you paid a couple thousand,
Oh
not for
yeah.
per the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Per the and I'm not no, actually more than that probably for
No, you
you
have.
send
Cause
floor seat
I've looked up Orlando Magic Laker tickets,
for
and I
four.
promise you, even for a Laker game, without the Lakers playing, they were ridiculous. With the Lakers playing,
It
it's
just
even
went
more
up some
ridiculous.
more.
Yeah. So.
And that's another thing. Like I said, if they kept doing that, first of all, I'll put the plexiglass up, clear out the first 3 rows, and then I'm gonna tax y'all on your seats y'all sitting behind there because y'all gonna learn. Because you think those once you get about to the nosebleed, I'm charging you middle section prices. I bet y'all stop there. I bet you stop throwing shit dead on the floor, spitting on people. I bet you stop. You gotta punish. You gotta punish because
Hey, when if they ever get caught in that city walking around the street with them, that's when they go pay.
yeah.
I mean, that's when.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want them to go. All right, I'm gonna ban you, but I'm also gonna post your picture. And this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, this is the reason why I had this plexiglass up, and y'all can't see floor seat no more. Ooh, you're gonna get the whole thing changed when death threats start coming to your phone. It's gonna be a whole different thing. Cause certain like New York fans, they finna go for that. Hey, they pull. Hey, true.
Mm-mm. Hey,
So I mean, like I said, if I was let them dudes go, I mean, because it ain't gonna be every fan that we fight. They gonna make an example out of that one fan. I bet you everybody stop there because let
hey.
LeBron come flying at you 6'8", 6'9", 265 pounds.
Mm-mm.
Let big Andre Drummond's ass come in there. Boy,
Let Russell Westbrook come
let
at you.
Russell Westbrook
Six,
6'3",
hey,
two
six
there,
three,
and he
still
got you see
tall,
the
bro.
shoulders on this Joker. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, some people forget. I need y'all understanding about this. These black players, because the majority of the league is black, a lot of these players, yes, though they're in the league, they're making a lot of money. Y'all don't know the background of some of these players. Jimmy Butler used to be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these players used to grow up in
Yeah.
very, very, very bad areas. Carmelo Anthony's from Baltimore.
And we know Baltimore.
Baltimore, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce is from like Compton. Like all these dudes are from Cal. These guys,
They from hard place. So
they're from a lot of them from hard
they
place.
don't
Not
have a long
every,
fuse, bro.
yeah. Some of guys and for black people, respect the very big thing in our culture when it comes to like, man, don't call me out my name, don't send them about my mama, don't do none of this and that. Those are fighting words in our community. It's
You're right.
it's igniters, and that's just what it is. I'm not saying anybody else community that's not big, but I know firsthand, boy. Talk about somebody's mama who don't know you, who ain't playing along with you, who ain't playing along with you,
Somebody random on the street.
random on the street. Mamas are big because you got to realize a lot of these guys, that's all they had was just their mamas. So it's like one thing. I'm just let loose, like, because you gotta make examples sometimes. Like sometimes the easy way don't get through to people. Some people are too hard headed.
That's true, bro. Sometimes
Hard
you
head make a
just-
soft ass. What they used to say. Hard head make a soft ass. And I'm like I said, I used to tell my like people I said I'm a big proponent of like leave people alone. I don't care how big they are. I don't care how small they are. I don't care what ethnicity they are. Leave people alone. That's how you get into a situation because you bothering people. Because you feel like you can do this to this person, you don't know what they are capable of.
Yeah.
Just because they small, I mean they don't know black belt, they break your damn kneecap.
Right?
It's like, so leave people alone,
Yeah.
man. And it be those people, and then they want to cry. No, don't cry. Hey, like right now, my son's he's taking stuff toys from people. I told him today, I can't wait till he go to daycare. I need a kid to push him down. He can't keep taking stuff from people. I want him to get hurt, nor do I want him to die. I want him to learn a lesson of you cannot keep taking stuff and thinking it's all sweet in the world, son.
Somebody gonna come in when little kids go,
Hey, he think he out here, he think he Tommy Pickles and stuff. Well, they gonna show you Tommy Pickles. But man, like I said, hey, shoot, that the NBA coming out with something because these players gonna keep going for this. But moving on, your boy Bill Gates, Mr. Bill Billionaire Gates, recently got to file. I think she filed for divorce.
She filed.
Because my man was out here. Wow, Bill Gates looked like what he looked like, and he in the email talking about, hey, you trying to.
See, I was already hurt. My man was out there on Epstein Island. I'm like, not Bill. This anybody named Bill, you might want to leave alone. You got
Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, leave him alone.
Hey, you might want to leave this Bill alone. But I was like, so I was hurt there. Then I heard about the email stuff at work, and I'm like, what the?
That's when you know you don't care. That's when you know you're so rich, Kendall, that you don't care. What? Because even if he got divorced, he still got more money than he can never spend.
His wife got more money than we can never spend. But both of them still got money.
Yeah, they both still got more money than they would never spend.
Hey man,
And you can tell, that's I got money entitlement right there. That's I got money. What's in my pocket, dog? Big face hundreds. That's that type of. That's right there.
But
He got plenty of money.
It just make you think, bro. Like people be so into other people's relationships and stuff.
Yeah,
you will never know what's going on, bro. Like you really know, you never know what's going on behind the scenes with anybody. Like that's what honestly you gotta. I'm nowadays. I'm just after being the best me and just trying to be the first me.
Yeah.
And trying to have my relationships be like as I would want them as my wife and growing up. Because growing up, man, Bill Gates was that dude. This man donated money. Pretty much Microsoft computers didn't. I mean, without him, basically all this stuff that we doing on here now would probably be like
non-existent. Yeah. It'd be a whole. It'd be some printer shit
now. Yeah, but for my man to be doing with. For him to be hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, everybody already know what time it is then. Especially if you've been to the island, bro. I mean, let's just be real. We know what we're going on the island.
Now, with that being said, does his work still are his work still not good even though he was in the room? So that's always the question, because you know what? Because what makes a good person? And are they good until all the way up until you hear a bad situation that they're in, or is it just doing
Not if
random
it
good?
was just an act of random mistake, but this is a pattern.
Yeah.
Of,
So is his work? So should we get off of Microsoft? Should we
no,
not
because
be?
even though it was his idea,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
still people who
yeah,
did just as much as work that he did. So even
yeah.
though he's the face and he's the one that had the idea and made the most money,
Uh huh.
I mean, people still help build it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's
just
like
because
one thing.
just because you had something you did something good don't mean you can't be a scum of
Yeah,
the earth that you
yeah,
are.
and that's I guess that's my point.
Because
Like I said, we're still gonna use Microsoft stuff.
yeah.
I mean, I don't. I always go like this. I never look at any celebrity who I just hear good things about and just think they just never
But
made a
this is
slip up.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, but he's still. I can die from a
I
bullet,
know,
Bill
man.
Gates. You
And
know,
it's
it's.
true, but man, just like
Well, I mean, and that's the hardest part about becoming any form of celebrity, because Bill Gates' name is known. Everybody know who Bill Gates' name is, and so that's the hard thing about being a celebrity, because you're like, oh, that's Bill Gates. He could. No, he could.
yeah, he could.
He
Yeah,
could,
he
and he
would. He
did.
would.
And
Yeah.
and his wife was like, she had him pre-drawn on paper for the longest time. You understand me.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you, man, character is something that is done whether you're in public or you're behind a closed door.
You're right. You're right. Because he was behind closed doors in them emails. So.
Hey, he said he was in there.
Would you like to go to lunch with me?
Click. You got mail. He took it back. He said with the you got mail notification. That's when you know Bill hit you up. Boom, you got mail. You got Bill. Yeah, man. That's hey, man. Like, I mean, because you could tell. I mean, they gonna move on. I mean, the wife went to an island and she paid like 130 grand a night or something like that. A private island to stay away from publicity. Actually,
That is a lot of
that's a lot of money, dog. Dude, that is my wife's, me and my wife's whole income, and we still ain't clipped it all in a year, and she dropped it in a night. In a night, private island, nobody.
I just
I know,
could,
boy.
I could pay half my house off with that.
I say what? Who you telling? Hey, let me get that shoe.
Hey,
Dude.
do you want to come stay at my house? I got a great. Obviously, this is the guest room, so the bed fills out of there. But you have great hospitality. I'm just saying. You want to come to
Shoot,
Florida?
you know, this
get on
30-year lease will turn into a 15 real quick with that type of payment. Like,
15. Let's make this a 10.
yeah.
That's just wild though, man. Too, because they were married for a long.
Been a long time.
Too, so.
And I guess it's like, if I was if I was in their shoes, or if you were in their shoe, Kendall, does it get to a point where you just go like, let's just stay together just to be together, or do you just go like, hey, what y'all gonna do? Like, is Bill gonna be dating? Bill can date because he's rich. He looks cuter to women because he's rich. He's Bill Gates.
I mean,
Like you just said, he's Bill Gates. Like, so as long as he's Bill Gates, he can still get women,
he'd probably be like,
and he don't look that good. He's not a good looking man. So it's just like, Bill Gates gonna have a young, like, it's gonna be like a young 24-year-old woman. It's gonna be one of those. It's just, she gets Birkin bags and he buys her cars. I could buy you all.
in it for the bag, dog. In it for the bag.
Pretty much what it's gonna be. And then for Miss, was it Melinda? Oh, Belinda.
Yeah, it's Melinda.
Melinda Gates. I mean, old snatch boy. That's a hard one to sell, boy. If you don't look like a girl, who was Black Panther's mother? Oh, my girl. Still got this groove back. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett look good. She was 60. Like, but like, she up there and she looked great. But it's kind of hard. I mean, because I guess, like, what do you do if you're old and you get divorced? Like, you just live your life. I mean, I guess at that point you don't really care about sexual interactions.
Probably not, dude.
You probably still cautious.
From what we've seen, obviously older men, they tend to be the more,
Yeah, but
Nasty.
yeah, but speaking of rich people and money, what about your boy Jeff Bezos and his super yacht?
Listen, listen. If y'all can look here is watch this man buy a super yacht,
How much is
which
this yacht? I don't know, pull
oh,
it up.
bro, I forgot. You
I
pull
got
it
you.
up. I forgot. I know it's some
Jeff
outlandish
Bezos.
amount, but think about it. He's paying that amount, and then he probably got to pay for the staff to be on the boat. How many times are you gonna take that boat out?
How much?
And if you can buy that boat, how come you can't pay your workers or give your workers enough time to go to the bathroom on their shifts? You got them peeing in bottles, pooping in bags, but you buying super yachts.
This dude dropped 500 mil, baby, on a yacht.
Yeah. But we wanna fund his mood exploitation. How
That
much you gonna
man,
pay those workers? You gonna pay those workers what the $5 too?
that nigga dropped. That nigga.
Bruh, like how can anybody talk about like the Amazon like how can anybody talk about Amazon workers make great money. This man buying he just come on, bruh. Come
Oh man,
on.
this mega yacht is ridiculous.
Why?
Look at that.
Why? Bro, like I just I went boating this past weekend, listeners,
Yeah,
guys, and we were just on a regular like small boat. It was me, my buddy, and his son, my son, and we were just living the life on the boat. That boat, I like that boat. You ain't gonna get splashed by water. We got a little splash by water going on the
you won't even feel
waist,
the water moving on
bro.
you.
You
That's how
just
big this boat
nah,
is.
bro. Like why?
It's gonna be.
Why do you
Listen,
need something that big, bro?
it's 400. It's gonna be 417 feet long.
So, so, so you're telling me he's probably? I hope he's only using that for when he having parties. Could you imagine it just be him like, I want to go out into the Atlantic.
And we're back after our technical difficulties. Kendall, what were you saying before we got rudely
I think
interrupted?
like, honestly, I was just ranting, bro. Rich people make me upset because they do, brother. Because they be talking about, you tax us more, we can't help out our workers, So no, don't do that. We'll take care of the workers.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, I'm buying me a $50 million yacht. Who I'm probably just gonna have me. I left my wife with my little fine little pretty thing over here, so probably have her friends.
Bro, it's like a small city.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm Jeff Bezos still, so I got my tight shirt on, my suit jacket on, because I run Amazon, and my employees don't get paid, and they pee in bottles and poop and stuff. But enough of me renting. What do you think of? Like, what do you think? Because I feel like I think
And
I just rented all of. I just I
I
went all
guess it's
over
like,
it.
what's the point? What you need the $500 million yacht for? Like, what you really need? Yeah, have a
Relaxing,
nice
bro.
boat. Like, yeah, I'm rich.
Relaxing.
Yeah, just like, what's the point of it? Like, because it's gonna cost you more money to start the thing up. And you gotta have a staff on board. You gotta have a captain and all that stuff. Yeah, like you said, I'm with you, man. You got enough money to spend on this, but you can't pay your workers.
Mm-mm.
And like I said,
Nah.
you already do the tax loopholes and stuff like that to get yourself more money and not have to pay no money, dude. You can at least cut off a little bit. Like you ain't gonna never see that money gone anyway. If you could buy a $500 million yacht, that was a drop in the hat for you, which is
If you,
crazy.
yeah, because and we know he bought it with cash money.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Remember
yeah.
this. Tiger Woods' divorce was they split a half a bill. They split $1 billion. They split that junk in half. His wife got paid, and they still gonna live off the rest of that money. They both, but
That's true, and but see too, they both still got their other jobs, so they still get. I mean, they still make money.
yeah.
It's
So Jeff
just
Bezos, you wild out here for this 417-foot yacht, bro. Like, what you gonna do on it? Like, you gotta
I just
sell for like if you got to talk about you when you get a boat, you sell for like a month at a time. Like, I need you to really don't just sell around the dock or the pier.
nah,
You,
bro.
you went from one city to one. I need you to be
Mm-mm.
selling.
What he need to do is allow his employees to have proper bathroom time. If you worried about money that you ain't obviously you're not worried about money and productivity if you buying a $500 million yacht.
I know.
So you can give your people 5 minutes to at least come on man, come on you just can't be.
And that's one thing. Once you get to that much money, man, You had to do something to get to a billion, man. You had to do some people dirty to get to that
That's true.
rich. I mean, look at Diddy. Diddy ain't that rich.
Oh,
He's keeping everybody's masters. I mean, come on.
and
Did he
Diddy
did
was,
he get rich
and
because he was a great
he made
rapper?
a, and he made a show about keeping everybody masters. I mean,
Hey, dude,
making a
yeah.
band, making a band. I'm gonna make this band. Y'all come out.
Y'all gonna
Let us
give me
smoke
some
though. Let us smoke
give-
though.
I need some sugar cookies from Fourth and Fifth Street. You gotta go walk and go get it. And and speaking of that, I had a comedian that I love to listen to, and he actually champions that show of how he did those, let's say, kids or whatever to make them tough. But some of
Hmm.
that stuff was just, I think it was ridiculous. Let's keep it honest, dude. That was ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, as much as he hustled coming up in the game before he got rich, I give
Hmm.
you that story, but like, bro, you keep an artist who made you money masters, man. It ain't he ain't giving them up. Nah.
Nope.
Mace is, hey man, let me buy them off for you. Nah.
And that's his.
That's that's
Supposed to be his
that's
boy.
that's supposed to be a boy. And that's like I feel like that's your second biggest artist behind Biggie.
Yeah. And how long has it been since he had somebody else? I
Ain't
mean,
nobody, no
yeah.
nobody. But people sign to Diddy because of publicity. It's Diddy. I mean, his name ring bells. I'm signing Bad Boy, but Bad Boy ain't been what you think it's been since the '90s.
Yeah.
He just
Honestly, it's
he a good
just.
talking death row. That's all he was. He was a good talking death row. That's all he was. Suge Knight. I mean, Suge Knight would just at least he'd tell you to your face. Ain't gonna pay
Well, I mean, sure tell a lot of things to your face. You might not have no face
you.
dealing with
Yeah,
Suge
talk
Knight.
Suge Knight. But speaking of not money, so tell me about this minimum wage thing, man. What's going on with the minimum wage in the country? Is it going up? Oh, what's happening?
Man, so speaking of Jeff Bezos, so apparently one of the things that, and it's looping back in Joe Biden too. They were talking about doing a minimum wage hike because minimum wage right now doesn't match inflation,
Okay.
and there is an argument to it because in Florida we did it last year. It passed. I think it was 60% of people voted, 60 or like 65. There's a lot of people voted for a
Okay.
raise, because
Okay.
nowadays a lot of people are working like it was different when it was just like you worked a minimum wage job as a teenager and while you were going to college and you waiting to get the bigger job.
Uh,
But now, bro, like regular adults are working minimum wage jobs, trying to take care
so
of their
are
families.
you on board with this? Or are you against it? Where you at feeling about the rising of it?
Uh,
Like, did you feel some type of way about it?
I did vote for it because I do.
Okay.
I think I like what they did with Florida because they're going to do it gradually. I think with the I think they're gonna be able to reevaluate it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know for myself to be working and making as much as I do, money is still tight, bro. Like, and I feel like I'm off pretty good, and it's still tight for me. So
I
I
mean,
know,
cost of living on
yeah.
that cost of living still it's gonna be above your head regardless if they
Yeah,
raise it
man.
up anyway.
And I remember working two jobs too, and it's just like I at least rather people not have to, unless they're gonna solve it some other way. I really feel like people need to be making more than what they do, and then too, like all the good jobs that people could go do, like telemarketing, like call center jobs, and even those type jobs are gone, dude. Like every time you call for what's the place you
They
go call?
outsource it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Comcast. I call a Comcast rep. It's always so I don't got nothing against in the country answering the phone and helping me out with something. But I would think that an American company would leave the jobs here for people that were
Nah,
actually
what
really good paying
cheaper.
jobs. So
Yeah.
I know people are like, oh, McDonald's workers should have made $15 an hour, but where else they gonna go? There's a lot of people who are skilled who can do a lot of things, but there's just no jobs for them.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I do
and
think if they go ahead.
oh yeah, I would like it to see like maybe there be two different wages, like one for like the high school level.
That's what I was gonna
Just
say. Like
yeah,
I
especially
think it should
people
be age
working with
dependent. I
mom.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah, you shouldn't be
definitely.
18. You should be 17 in high school making the same amount as a 24 or
Yeah,
25-year-old at the same job. I mean, like there should be a checks and balances and like people
definitely.
and the kids coming out, you have to just understand it. Like if you still staying with your parents or whatever, you should not be making the same much as someone who's living on their own,
No.
paying all their bills. I definitely get that because I mean, because you know what's crazy? Because like California, I think minimum wage is $15, which they ain't really nothing for California. Because
Mm-mm.
like the same
No.
thing you talk about, people. I've seen like the little stories where a lot of wealthy people live homeless because the
Bro,
cost
it's
of living
ridiculous. It's
it's ridiculous. Like my
ridiculous.
brother lived out there and he was renting out a room in someone's house, like this room I'm sitting in right now, for $800. The room you sit in right now, Kendall, he rented that out in California for $800.
Huh?
For 800.
Bro, listen.
Bro, that's how much I paid for my little shack of
Oh
apartment in
my
Florida.
gosh,
It was
bro.
600.
Well, at
So
least you had a bathroom in the
I had a
kitchen.
bad, I had my own, yeah, it was my own space. But
Yeah,
you in
but man,
California, dude,
this man don't got nothing.
you got a room in
Mm.
someone's house for $800.
Mm.
There's no way it costs like, and I never understood the whole cost. Yeah, we're on the West Coast, like, but you're not really. What are you providing? This cost of living needs to be this ridiculous because downtown LA sucks balls. I've
Well, you
seen
know,
it.
people say location because oh, we got the
Look,
glamorous
you
beach
can't get
and
to
the
it.
weather's always 73 degrees.
You
So
can't pay for another. Hey, Mother Nature didn't. You didn't buy Mother Nature. And first of all, to get anywhere in LA it takes you an hour. The
mm.
traffic is horrendous. How about that? Can you discount me for the traffic? Because the 401, the five, whatever, dude, we went there, dude. It was a trip just to get to Santa Monica. To get all to like the suburban areas or the outskirt
Uh-huh.
areas, it takes you 45 minutes in traffic. And you know they bumped a bump. They got 6 lanes and it's still traffic.
Going one way?
Going one way, Kendall. 6 lanes, Kendall, and you can still can't do. You won't get a lighten up of traffic until about 11 o'clock at nighttime,
Dang.
and it's still like what the flow of traffic do a busy time is in Florida. It's like their nighttime traffic. Where you can still, yeah, it's busy, but you can maneuver. It ain't the Buckman. The Buckman sucks. So,
That's
yeah,
true.
but dude, I'm just like
That's
this.
too much,
Looking
bro.
at California, and then like I said, the homeless population, it's crazy. So what are you providing that makes your cost of living so much higher when I have nothing? Like I'm sorry that people are homeless, but it does not provide a good atmosphere when there's someone setting up shack in front of the establishment.
Nah, bro. That's not a good look, bro.
That's not a good
Like,
look.
it's
So
not.
that can't be
Mm.
worth it. That can't be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's why people just like in my opinion, that people just don't have an opportunity to even like have basic, like the Constitution says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and
It's
yet
hard.
we can't provide those basic three. Like we can't even base it. It's like if you're getting cable, you know, ooh, bless you, bless you. But
Thank you.
like you can get the basic cable package as your starter package, where you don't afford it. You don't have a lot to afford cable, but at least you can afford to have the basic like channels. And as you climb, you could have different levels. Why can't like in just life in general, we can have like a basic package we can give people, so at least they can have like at least an opportunity to have a house, to have a job, something
Yeah.
basic as they're working their way to get to a different level. Whereas just like if we don't give you anything, you're just like, hey, you can't afford a house, you're just gonna be homeless, bro. Hey,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, you get paid $7.50 at McDonald's, Mister 32-year-old that probably lost his job overseas. But hey, you could always go work our Taco Bell. They got another $7.50, so you add those $7.50 together, you get $15 total.
That's the only way you're gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get and I still
Mm.
want people to work hard to get what they want. I don't want to give anybody no type of freeness.
No,
But it's
no.
like Jesus Louise,
Like,
God, it's like
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel the type of way about people getting the student loans paid off, but at the
oh,
same
dude,
time,
I
I
ever
love
should
it.
say, hey,
Cause mine
I'm all with
paid.
it. Hey,
Like,
pay for
yeah.
myself. I don't
Yeah.
care.
But see,
No,
but
but
then
I
again
get that.
too, but
I
see,
get
but then
that.
again too, and on the other side of the coin, I
Yeah.
know that for what our parents should go to school back in the day, we got to pay 10, 20 times what they paid.
Way more. School was
So
actually affordable
yeah,
like 40 years ago.
affordable. Like I'm sure they were not paying $400 for a book that you can't resell for the same price.
Don't even get me started.
So I
I have
mean, I'm just
PTSD off of
saying.
that, bro. I
Hey,
paid like $600-700 for these books, bro. Hey, let me trade this back in. We have $16 for you.
yeah,
Come again?
yeah.
Come again?
This crease paste right here, we can give you We can't give you the max amount, but we can give you $30 on your $750 book.
Man, y'all, the college system, y'all know y'all wrong for that. Y'all need to give us at least. If I spend $500 on a book, give me at least $350 back. I take that. Can I get $350 back?
Honestly, when you pay for the class, why you gotta buy the freaking book? The book should come with the
They should be providing me
class.
the book, bro. Like one, I mean, I had one teacher. Her book was the book she wrote. Like,
Hey, she double dipping. She get that double
dude,
fun.
I had
Yeah.
never seen. That was the first teacher I ever had. She said the book we had to purchase was her book. Her
Hey,
name was on the front of that joke.
that's a flex right there. You talking about?
She we were teaching C++, and on the bottom was her name right there. I said, "Oh wow!" And she had like 7 different editions. You know, it changes every year. Yeah, because you get some more money off this book. I know your ass is.
She probably just changing 2 words in there too.
Yeah, and just a
New
new edition
edition.
out. Yeah,
Instead of a period, I did a comma.
yeah. If it isn't love, boy, I tell you that.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah,
But
look it up.
yeah, I feel like it. I, I guess it goes to show you this is just what we kind of go through on a daily with the country and like because I feel like us as regular me and you Kendall talking about this we're saying things that we want that we think can help people, but I think with one part of what us helping, it obviously brings some type of con. I guess I guess it
It,
brings something else.
that's why.
Does it?
That's why, like, that's why I hate politics because it's a debate, right? And it's people
Yeah,
putting together ideas
yeah,
where we have a great idea, and if my great idea does have some holes in it,
yeah.
somebody else should be able to step in and be like, hey, but I can cap that cover by blah blah blah. That's how great companies are built. Great companies are built because
I get
somebody
you
has a
saying like,
great
yeah, I
idea.
provided this big plan.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a little bit of space and errors in there, but I feel like,
yeah,
oh, with your mind, you should be able to fill them in to
yeah.
make this one
Exactly.
good
That's how you.
idea.
That's just working together as one machine. But these nowadays, these fools just be up there like, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, we don't like it. All right, so we're done. Like, nah.
Yeah,
How about y'all
yeah,
actually
yeah.
talk about this? Because honestly, this affects real people like us. Like homelessness has been going on since we were kids, though, and it's just getting worse. And
Yeah,
it's so
especially
sad.
certain
Sometimes
cities.
it's so
Certain.
sad. Like, and I know some people say, oh, well, they can get. Well, sometimes they can't.
How do you get that shot when you are homeless? Once you get to
Yeah.
homeless, as they call rock bottom,
Hmm.
how do you? It's always those little lucky stories where you see like guys panhandling for money instead of a guy giving money, he gave him a job and he showed
Yeah.
up there that next morning shaving like those ain't everyday stories
Mm-mm.
because
Mm-mm.
people don't trust people like that,
Nope. And your
especially
perception too, like,
yeah, it's a
and how
perception
you see
like
somebody because they might not have the means to get really super duper cleaned up for an interview.
hmm
So, and if you don't got nowhere to live, how you expect somebody to shower,
hey.
shave? I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
what it
sorry,
is,
people,
man.
but yeah,
Nah,
I
you
get
good.
passionate about this kind of stuff. They probably like, dang, Kendall's like, I just,
Nah, it ain't.
yeah.
You got anything, Kendall? Before we get out of here, man, any closing remarks?
I mean, I think my closing remarks have been weaved into all of this. Just like, yo, we gotta do better. Like, man, I know we're not all Jeff Bezos rich, but man, we gotta start letting somebody gotta hold. Somebody gotta hold somebody accountable for everybody else that can't.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to like reaching your hand out and helping, pulling somebody up behind you as you make your way? We need more of that, bro. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm gonna pull whatever I'm doing and whatever anybody else trying to do. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's go, because I want. Because when everybody is successful, it's just like it's it
As we,
benefits
yeah.
everybody. Everybody's mental health, everybody's everything is great when we're all succeeded. If one person just succeeding all the time, I mean, that's just the rest of us might as well be playing video games.
Yeah.
So
I
that's all.
second
That's all
that.
I got.
I second that. And on a lighter note, if you have not seen the movie Cruella, hey, that movie is
Oh,
good.
it's good.
That's probably the better. There's that live action adaptation of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's an origin story movie though,
Okay.
so you kind of
I didn't,
figure
I
out
didn't think
why
so.
Cruella is the way she is. But hey, me and Amber sat down and watched that, and we was like, we were thoroughly impressed. The soundtrack is good.
Okay,
Hey,
that's good.
if
'Cause,
you
the
get a
last
chance,
live action I watched was Aladdin. And Will
nah,
Smith.
this
I
this
love
one,
you,
but
but
this I think just in closing, like that, the way that they adapt this one is an easier one than doing Aladdin. Anything with like animals and magic, it's kind of like, it kind of gets gimmicky.
mm,
Cruella is a real life, it's not real life, it's a person in the movies of 101 Dalmatian. All you just adding is just a person being that character.
mm,
So it's no real, like I think some of the dogs talked in 101 Dalmatian, but this ain't about one. It's really about Cruella. So I don't
right.
know what they're gonna do. It even tells you it's a prequel, so it's leading up to something. So, but you kind of see
I'm
how,
gonna check it out, bruh.
dude. I said that you and April.
We'll check it out, bruh.
I'd rather, hey, I recommend that. I recommend, it is good. Emma Stone did her thing as Cruella Deville. But that's all I got, man. With that being said, guys, hey, this has been the Smooth Way Podcast, man. We love all our listeners. Thank you, Rob. You still owe me my interview, boss, so don't quit ducking me,
Interview.
man. But me and Kendall love you guys. We thank you guys for tuning in for the podcast. This week will probably be a double header with one I had previously recorded and this one recorded. So you might get 2 episodes this week, man. My gift to y'all. Your boy's turning 30 this coming tomorrow. It started to be this be
Hey,
my birthday
third.
month.
Hey,
I
this
be my
our
birthday
horror
month.
month, bruh. This is our
So,
horror month, bruh.
so the three
Hey,
zero. Hey, boys, Kendall's our birthday month is June.
cause I be
So
the 3-2 dog. That's our.
three
Hey,
two.
dude. Hey,
I'm coming to the 30 game, baby. Welcome
bro,
to
we
the
might as well.
league. It's your
Hey,
boy.
hey, we gonna have to be hype all these episodes this month.
Then
Hey, get
lead
ready.
up
We
to
gonna be
the.
hype for real.
But with that being said, guys, I have been Destin Parker. That has been Kendall Allen, guys. This has been the Smooth Way Podcast, guys, and we're out.